Hi everybody, this is Tracy Lunetti, and today I want to spend a few minutes with you just to look at the healthcare situation and to answer a few questions that I've been getting about the various documents and how to process the next steps of your healthcare situation. Of course, the main aim of all of this is to get a Carte Vitale, but I wanted to point out that the first step of the process is to make sure that your reimbursements for healthcare are in place. This means that when you are paying for your healthcare, that gets directly reimbursed into your bank account, even if you don't have a Carte Vitale. So that is the first step. The second step, of course, would be us going ahead and getting your Carte Vitale. So let's look at the next step. So the first step, of course, that most of you watching this will have all received your SIRIT number because you have a business in France. So you have a SIRIT number that you've received from the INSEE, and as you can see in point 1 here, it shows I've put a number here 123 456 789 00015. So your SIRIT number will look something like this. It's a 9-digit number and then 5 more digits on the end with zeros. This is your official business number and has to be used on any of your documents for your business invoicing, your websites, and any official documents. Okay, so most of you should have received this, and if you haven't, do let us know if we've set your business up for you. Once you've received your SIRIT number, following that you'll receive your temporary social security number. So this is step 2, and as you can see here, the social security example I've given, it starts with a 1. Your social security number, if it starts with a 1, it's because you're a male, and if it starts with a 2, it's because you're a female. Okay, the second 2 digits, which here are shown as 82, which I've obviously made up, means that you were born in 1982. And the next 2 digits means you was born in September of 1982. The reason this is a temporary number is because there are lots of zeros here. These zeros will be eventually filled in once your social security number has been validated with the INSEE. And the 99 represents a foreign country. Okay, and the last 2 digits again is very personal to the area you are living in. Okay, so you will have received from the SSI and from your healthcare provider, which would be either the RAM or the Harmony Mutuelle, your temporary social security number, and this is what then will start the next process of setting up your healthcare reimbursements. The next step of the process, once you have your temporary social security number, is to ensure that you've signed up with a local doctor, and for this you need to complete a déclaration de médecin traitant, and I'll show you what that looks like in the next slide. This document needs to be signed and stamped by your doctor and also by yourself. It has to be signed. Also, at the same time, in parallel, if you have any children that you want to add to your social security cover, this is the time to fill in the beneficiaries document, and again I will show you what it looks like in a few minutes. So you would fill in this document to ensure that your healthcare provider, the RAM or the Harmony Mutuelle, would add on the children to your healthcare reimbursements. And of course, at the next step, what we would then do here at LBS, as you're part of the Serenity Club, would be to help you set up your online account to get those reimbursements in place. And for that, of course, we will be needing your bank ID documents, and you will be asked for those in due course if you have not already sent them to us. So all of these processes here is the first part of the steps to get yourself the healthcare reimbursements in place. Once that is in place, we'll of course then ask for the Carte Vitale. So let's take a look at these 2 documents that you'll need to complete in order to get the reimbursements in place. So the next document is the Déclaration de médecin traitant. Here is the Déclaration de médecin traitant. So this document, which I have filled in on the left here for you to show you how you would do it, and you will also get this by email or you can download it from the Facebook page as well, is everyone has to be signed up with a doctor. And the reason this is so that you can get your 60% healthcare reimbursements. If you do not sign up with a doctor, then you will only get 30% reimbursed. So you need to, as an adult, have one each. If you are a couple, you need to have one each. You would fill in the last name and the first name of the person who is applying. So at the top here, as you can see, l'assuré, last name and first name. The social security number, so this is the number that will have been sent to you via the uh, RAM or the Harmony Mutuelle with the SSI, okay? And again, you can see there's lots of zeros here, as I explained in the previous slide. Then, of course, you have to put the beneficiary's name here. So, of course, for the majority of people, this would be your last name and first name again, okay? This is the person who's receiving treatment, and for this particular status, it would be also the name of the person who is receiving the healthcare. The date of birth, okay, and your address. You then have to get the doctor to fill in the next part, which on the right hand side is the doctor has to complete this side here. And on the bottom, on the left hand side, you need to fill in your name, you sign it and date it, and you get the doctor to fill in the right hand side. And this document, once you have it completed, it needs to be sent to your healthcare provider. That would be the RAM or the Harmony Mutuelle. But please, once you have filled this in, please do let us know, and we will let you know where you need to send this. If you do have any children and you want to attach them to your healthcare, then this is the second document that needs to be filled in. If you don't, then you can fast forward this video. So, if you have any children, you need to fill this in document along with the doctor's form. If you're the mother, you would fill in the right hand side. If you're father, you fill in the left hand side. And I say if applicable because it depends who is applying. You could be one or both. So, you fill in your last name, your first name, you put in your social security number and your address. You would put in the name of your healthcare provider, and you will know that is because either you will ask me and I will have told you, or you'll have received documents from the RAM or the Harmony Mutuelle. Then, of course, you need to fill in your children's details, last name, first name and date of birth. The important thing is, of course, is not to forget to sign it at the bottom, either on the right or on the left hand side, depending who is applying for the healthcare. Okay, so that is basically the two main documents that need to be completed. Okay. So that is it on the documents. Please do not hesitate to send us an email, pop a message in the Facebook page, or contact myself or Jenny with any questions on these documents. What is really important is that if you do receive anything, that you scan it and send it to us so we can actually answer any questions you have. I certainly hope this short video has helped you, but if any questions, as always, contact us.